Hello guys, it's Jenny Jan the Plant Friend. I'm coming to you today with a quick video. I wanted to share my propagation. I want to get a couple things done before fall sets in. And so as you can see on my right here, I have my large Burle marked Variegata that desperately needs to be propagated or something. She's growing really wonky. She needs some support, just a lot going on. I put a trellis in her, but anyway, this guy needs something. So I'm going to propagate. Plus I want to encourage, because I'm starting to get some reverting going on this side of the plant, mostly green. But on this stem, it's mostly variegated. There's a stem here. I don't know if you guys can pick that up, but it's very variegated in this area. And so I wanted to go ahead and propagate this guy and maybe make a smaller plant, maybe use some for trades or yeah. So anyway, well, that's the plan for today's video. So without further ado, well, let's get into the video. But if you're a first time viewer, welcome to my channel. I'm glad that you clicked on this video today. Hopefully this will be interesting to you. If you are a returning subscriber, I really always appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your comments and your support. It really does make a difference in continuing to make these videos when you're new to YouTube. I'm not really new, but anyway. So thanks again to you guys. So there, yeah, let's get into this video. So I have it on a turntable down here, but because if I pick her up, it almost like you got, well, maybe that might work even better too. I've got my shears here. They're all cleaned up. And let's see. This particular stem is the one that I am really interested in propagating, even though most of the reverted side is this side. So really what I probably should do is leave that side and propagate from this side. Maybe there's a change in plans. I had not decided exactly where I would cut from. This thing is humongous. This started out, by the way, guys, a 2-leaf cutting. I hope I can find, and this is less than a year it grew to this. I hope I can find the picture and put it on the screen of what it looked like when my husband bought it for me last year. Let's see. I think, even though I really want to propagate it from that side, okay, let's just do it. Let's just do it. So we're going to propagate a couple places, but we're going to start here, and it's so thick right in here. Let me see where to cut it. I'm going to propagate it here. Probably won't be able to see it, but, and so that's all. There we go. So yeah, so whoa, let's get that out. So there we go. So I have the node and the area root there. So I should be able to propagate this guy in water, but I'm also going to separate it here. So it'll be 2 cuttings. I'm going to cut it, at least I think I want to cut it here, but there's no, well, we'll start with that one and put it there. And then I also think I'm going to propagate here. So there's another cutting. Oh, that's a beautiful leaf too. Hopefully it'll encourage some more growth. But you see how thick the stem gets? Look at this. That area right there. But yeah, so I'm planning to propagate these guys in water. But we shall see, maybe one in water and one, maybe some in water and some in sphagnum moss. Okay. So I think I think that may be it. I think I might stop there. I think I'm going to stop there. Yeah. I think I'm just going to do those 2 cuttings and try and get let's put this down there. So what I have here is this top cutting. Well, they're both top cuttings. And so what I think on this one, I'm going to cut it here. So I have this cutting, and it may encourage some variegation. This is mostly green. Then I have this cutting. And I could actually do a single leaf cutting here and take this variegated part. Yeah, I think I will. There we go. So we have this. So we have 4 cuttings here that we will get into water. On this one, I could cut it here, the roots and nodes here. But this leaf looks like it's not going to make it, so yeah, I could cut it here though. I'll cut it here. So we have that cutting. And I'm going to put this in the water as well and see what happens. This leaf, I'll probably lose this leaf, but then I have this chunk down here that I'll be able to do something with. And that one, so we have like 4. Actually, we're going to have 5 because I am going to cut about here or here. And so this is another single leaf cutting. So yeah, so we have like 6 cuts that we made, and I'm going to try to put them all in the same vase. I'm going to try like so. And I'm not sure about this one. I don't know, I might just do a stump. I might cut that leaf off and just do a stump. Like a wet stick. Yeah, so that's our little cutting. I like that. That's cute. Okay, and then we're just going to pour some water. And I need more water, but we're going to also use some my Prop Drop rooting hormone in there, and I'll put more water so that all of the nodes and roots are covered. I'll put the water up until about there. And so the next one that we're going to propagate, oh, here's water right here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I have one more here. Yeah, this is not the chunk. The chunk, I will probably, there we go. Still needs more water. I just want to make sure everything is covered, so I'll cover it about halfway up. About 3/4 the way up, I mean. This piece, I think I'm going to cut this leaf off, and I'm going to put this in sphagnum moss, and see what this does. I have some moistened sphagnum moss here, and I am going to just cover this up like so, and then okay, so I need more sphagnum moss to cover this up, but yeah, that'll be the stump cutting with a little leaf there and possibly a leaf there. So we'll have those cuttings. And then the other thing, let me clean my shears, that I want to propagate is my silver sword. It's growing very long and leggy, and it's it needs to be single leaf cutting so I can maybe make a fuller plant. That's the goal anyway. That's this guy. And so see, like it does this thing where it's just going very long and leggy, and like it'll drop a leaf or so. So I think I'm gonna cut it here because there's a node and area root, so I'll cut it there. So that's one. And then on this one, I'll cut it here. Again. Sometimes you just gotta propagate. That might be a wet stick. So this one has those two leaves. So we'll cut this one. And that one. Cut that. And I think I'll cut there. And that. Yeah, I think that's good for the mother plant. I could cut this one piece with this one here. Okay, so I think that's where we're gonna stop with this. Okay, so it just looks better. And then what I'll do with these cuttings, after they root, I will maybe put them back in the mother plant like so, and to make it look like a fuller plant. You see, if I put all of these pieces back, and then, you know, when I'm propagating, that's the goal. But then once they get rooted, depending on the plant, I could either just leave the plant as is if it starts to push out new growth, or I'm putting them in this little vase here, or I can you know, use some for trades, or yeah. So all of these should fit nicely in here. And this one. And then the wet sticks, I'll probably put in sphagnum moss, maybe. Yeah, so that's that. So yeah, guys, so I just wanted to get a few propagations done before winter sets in. And I also have my Monstera Silltepecana, I think this one. I get them mixed up. But anyway, this guy has been rooting in water, and I think she's ready to be potted up. So I am going to pot her up in pond, or maybe I'll put her in leca. Okay. A lot of plants have been really taken to the pond, so I've been going more pond, but so move that. And I remember when I first started collecting plants, I would hear people say, the way you get more plants, you don't necessarily have to buy a bunch of plants. You just propagate the ones that you have. And, you know, when you first start out, you think, oh, it's going to take forever. Guys, it really doesn't. If you start to propagate those plants, and consistently propagate your plants, you'll end up with so many plants. So many more than you would if you had to go out and buy them, because, you know, most of us are on a budget. So, but yeah, since I've been doing that, I just have so many more plants. Okay. I almost want to use Pond. I'm using the leca, but so yeah, so this one, and then, so there she is, all potted up in leca. And then I'm going to keep her in this little outer pot, so I'll put the water reservoir a third up, as I always do. So the other one that I have to plant up is my Burle Marx Fantasy that has been rooting in water, and I'm going to actually pot this one up in pond leca mix. I'm putting the pond, I'm using this clear orchid pot. I'm using the leca to cover the holes, and then I'm just going to put the pond, and then I'll put the plants in there. So wow, they're really rooted. Let me just show you guys what I have here. And they've been rooting for a couple months in water. So we're just going to take them out and see. Whoa, they're kind of rooted together. Maybe we'll leave them. Yeah, I think we'll just leave them to those that are together, like so. Yeah, okay. Nice. Okay. So then we'll have to find a different cash pot, because I just want to make sure that I have it up enough. But this is going to be beautiful. I also have 2 other cuttings of this plant that's growing in the greenhouse. So the other thing that I do when I'm propagating, I have a sister that recently started collecting plants, and so a lot of these propagations go to her to help grow her collection. So yeah, but we're going to go ahead and give this one nutrient water because it's well rooted, even though I'm going to change the outer pot, but because it's not fitting down in there nicely. But give her that. And yeah guys, so that concludes this video for today of propagating my plants before fall and my wet sticks. And I will keep you guys abreast of what's going on with these guys and how they're doing. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment at the bottom. And as I always say, I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.